What if I told you that one man built a simple raft out of wood, rope, and leaves and sailed it across the Pacific Ocean to prove a point? A journey of 8,000 kilometers through storms, sharks, and the unknown. And here's the kicker. He did it because almost no one believed he could. But what secret about ancient history did Thor Heyerdahl and his crew uncover during their journey? Stick around, because by the end of this story, you'll discover something that might completely change the way you think about ancient civilizations. Our story begins in the 1940s with Thor Heyerdahl, a Norwegian explorer and anthropologist. He had a wild theory, one that many experts laughed at. Thor believed that the islands of Polynesia weren't only populated by people from Asia, as most scientists thought. He argued that ancient people from South America could have also traveled across the Pacific Ocean to reach Polynesia. And here's the important part. He wasn't talking about advanced ships or technology. Thor believed they used simple rafts made from balsa wood. Now imagine saying that in the 1940s, no engines, no modern navigation tools, just wood, ropes, and courage. Most people thought it was impossible, but Thor? He didn't just want to talk about it. He wanted to prove it, not by writing books or giving lectures, but by actually doing it. But what secret about ancient history did Thor Heyerdahl and his crew uncover during their journey? Thor and his crew built the raft exactly as he imagined ancient South Americans might have done. They named it Kon Tiki, after a legendary sun god. The raft wasn't made with nails or metal. Instead, it was held together with natural fiber ropes. 6 balsa logs formed the base, tied tightly together. There was a small bamboo hut for shelter and a simple sail made from old materials. It was primitive, to say the least. But here's something you might not expect. Thor and his crew of 5 weren't experienced sailors. Most of them didn't have any training in navigating the open ocean. And yet, in April 1947, they pushed Kon Tiki into the water and started their journey from Peru. The Pacific Ocean is one of the most dangerous places on Earth, and this wasn't a comfortable cruise. Thor and his team faced storms that shook their fragile raft, forcing them to hold on for dear life. Massive waves crashed against them, threatening to break their craft apart. And if that wasn't enough, sharks circled them almost daily. These weren't small sharks either. Some were as big as the raft itself. The crew had to stay alert, knowing that one mistake could mean disaster. But here's something strange. One night, as they floated in the middle of the ocean, the crew noticed glowing lights in the water around them. Was it bioluminescent plankton or something else? Either way, it was a reminder of how mysterious and vast the ocean really is. As the weeks turned into months, Kon Tiki drifted farther into the Pacific. It was a battle between man and nature. They had no engine to control their direction. They relied on ocean currents and wind to push them forward. Back home, the world was watching. Many scientists were still skeptical. Even if they survived, would the journey actually prove Thor's theory? During the journey, the crew discovered something that shocked them. It was a small detail about the raft itself, and it connected directly to ancient history. I'll share what that was in just a moment. After 101 days at sea, Kon Tiki finally reached land. They landed on a small Polynesian island, proving that such a journey was possible. Thor had done what many thought was impossible. But here's the interesting part. Thor wasn't just trying to prove that ancient South Americans could have traveled to Polynesia. He wanted to show how advanced ancient civilizations might have been. The crew realized something remarkable during their journey. The balsa wood raft floated perfectly and was incredibly sturdy, even in harsh conditions. It turns out ancient people might have had a much better understanding of ocean travel than we give them credit for. So, what was the big discovery? During their journey, the crew noticed striking similarities between the art and myths of South America and Polynesia. Both cultures had stories of sun gods. Both had similar carvings and symbols. Could this mean that ancient people shared ideas and even traveled vast distances long before modern history books say they could? Thor's journey didn't just prove his point. It opened up new questions about how connected the ancient world really was. The Kon Tiki expedition wasn't just a daring adventure. It was a reminder that the impossible is only impossible until someone proves it wrong. Thor Heyerdahl and his crew didn't just sail across the Pacific. They challenged history itself. They made us question what ancient civilizations were truly capable of. So what do you think? Could ancient people have been smarter and more connected than we realize? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, sometimes all it takes to change the world is a raft, a dream, and the courage to try. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to explore the wonders of history with me.